Out in the ocean, where the water is as blue as the prettiest cornflower and as clear as crystal, it is very, very deep. So deep, indeed, that no cable could fathom it. For the first challenge of NYX's first Nordic Face Awards, I decided to create a makeup look inspired by the Little Mermaid tale. The Little Mermaid by Hans Christian Andersen is one of the most iconic and well-known Nordic tales of all times. This look is particularly inspired by the sea and the sun. In the following video, I'm going to show you how I created the look and what products I've used. I start cleansing the skin using NYX eye and lip makeup remover on a cotton pad. I apply a light day cream as a moisturizer, and I prep the skin with the MAC Skin Base Visage Face Primer. After, I apply the NYX pore filter in order to minimize the pores. I combine 1 drop of NYX Stay Matte but Not Flat Ivory foundation with a half drop of NYX Nude Diaphane foundation, and I blend it well in the skin. I use the number 588 Nilens Jord concealer to even out the area under the eyes, and I finish with a MAC Light Boost highlighter, blending the products into the skin using an eyeshadow blending brush by Beige Cosmetics. I finish the skin preparation by gently buffing in the NYX Stay Matte but Not Flat Medium Beige face powder. With the Real Techniques Beauty Blender, I add a thin layer of the white shimmery eyeshadow from NYX Avant Pop palette around the T-zone, under the eyes, on the temples and on the cheeks area. For the golden highlighting effect, I use the 705 Pearl Eyeshadow by Grimas around the temples, in the inner corner of the eyes and on the cupid's bow. With the same beauty blender, I add the 001 White Water Makeup from Grimas on the entire face, including the neck area, the ears, but excepting the cupid's bow, the inner corner of the eyes and around the temples. Using the NYX Highlight and Contour Pro palette, I'm sculpting the cheeks area. I'm contouring the hairline area to have a smoother finish and a better composition, considering that the mermaid is going to wear a wig. I'm also contouring her neck in order to add more depth and definition to the entire look. Now the fun part begins. In order to create the scales, I'm using a clothes washing net, previously used in the washing machine for clothes separation. If you want to recreate this look, I recommend to use something elastic, otherwise you have to be very careful because the net is moving on a skin surface and then the entire pattern can be destroyed. With the Real Techniques Beauty Blender and the 302 Water Makeup from Grimas, I'm carefully buffing in the color in the skin, starting from the temples areas down to the cheeks where I have previously contoured them. I'm stretching the net when I reach the ears, and I continue to add color, keeping in mind that the color has to be smooth. The key here is to have a smooth finish of the gradient, from light blue to dark blue. I continue on the neck area and the T-zone, gently on the forehead, nose area and the chin. After that, I'm doing the same procedure, but this time using a brush and the NYX Blue Trim eyeshadow combined with the 730 Grimas Pearl eyeshadow. I wanted to create more scales textures under the eyebrows, so I added a bit of color also in that area. I'm using the one and only white NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in color Milk for enhancing the eye area to add more texture on the skin, so I'm dotting the center of the forehead area. After that, I'm adding the golden shimmery eyeshadow from Grimas in the inner corner of the eyes and on the top of the eyelids. I'm trying not to go too much under the brow area because I want to keep the scales blue texture. I'm using this beautiful gold as a highlighter for the neck area, just right in between the blue scales. Then I'm combining the LOL, Fireball and Bones NYX eyeshadows to create an orange copper effect, to give the look that feeling like the sun is rising in her blue eyes, representing the sea. I'm brightening up her eyebrows using the Grimas White Water Makeup. And I'm blending the color using the NYX Poolside eyeshadow with the Real Techniques Beauty Blender. I did a short but cold trip to the seaside here in Copenhagen to pick up some seashells from the beach. I used the long and dark, very sensitive and fragile shells to enhance the brow area. I glued them with the dual clear eyelash adhesive. I used a few small wide and spiral curved shells for the temple area. I was lucky enough to find this beautiful spiral, perfectly shaped and small enough for the look, which I placed in between her eyebrows. After gluing all the shells, I added some water makeup color from Grimas, the gold 705, the 302 blue and the 407 greenish color. For the sparkling glittery effect, I used the NYX Liquid Crystal Jade Liner together with the Crystal Gold Liquid Liner, also from NYX. To create the gills, I modeled by hand the cosmetic Derma Wax from Grimas. I took it out from the recipient with a spatula and I modeled it with my hands, using my palms to roll the product and my fingers to press on it and create the shape I want. It's a very sticky product that gets even more sticky when it's warm. Here we have a flexible but sticky gel. Adding a thin layer of latex will help preserve the shape without destroying it when applied on the skin. I recommend not to use brushes when working with latex. Always use a sponge that you can throw out after finishing the makeup project. The wax inside the shape can still be modeled under the latex. Because I want to stick the gels on the skin, I'm cutting the bottom of the gels using a cutter with a very thin blade. To stick the gel to the skin, I'm pressing it into the skin area where I want to position it, using my fingers and the brush. I use a brush in a rolling motion to create a more smooth transition. On top of that, I'm adding again a thin layer of latex on top of it and behind it to make sure it won't fall or unglue in different areas. Now it's time to integrate the gels with the makeup, adding some color. The brushes I'm using on this stage are painting brushes. I'm mixing again the water makeup color in blue and green shades, a bit of white and gold. After that, I'm adding the white shills on the area where the gels overlay with the skin. I color them up like I did with the other ones on the face, and I also add some more NYX Blue Dream eyeshadow on top of them and down to the jaw area. For the eyes, I'm using the NYX Crystal Jade liquid liner and I'm tracing it like a cat line. And other 3 lines above the eyelids and under the brow bone in a circular motion like the rays of the sun. On top of that, I mix the NYX Blue Dream and Poolside eyeshadows and apply them as a liner with the Real Techniques Bold Metal Collection angle brush. To finish the lips, I use the 705 Golden Shimmery eyeshadow from Grimas. And I'm highlighting the lips with the NYX Jumbo Pencil in white. I'm recreating the same dotted pattern under the gels to the jawline, like I did on the forehead, on the neck area and a little bit on the temples. I'm blending the NYX Jumbo Pencil with the Beauty Blender, and I also add more gold in the inner corner of the eyes and on the side of the nose. I wanted to use some white lashes that I ordered, but they arrived too late for this look, so I'm going to use these black ones for BH Cosmetics that I tried to brighten them up. I added many layers of watercolor in gold and gold eyeshadow to create these golden look lashes. I previously curved her lashes using the NYX Lash Curler and I prepped them with the MAC Lash Primer, and then I added the Grimas Golden eyeshadow on top, very carefully. I glued the false lashes with the Dual Lash Glue and I enhanced the cat line with the Ivy Fluid line from MAC. For the final look, I added the wig already customized with seaweeds, shills, net fabric and the dorsal fish fin, in this case mermaid head fin. The fin is created with latex and thin paper, colored with water makeup colors and attached to the wig with thread. That's it, now we have the final look for the mermaid. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe and share it with your friends, why not?